I'm Dean Coleman with the Iowa Soybean Association. I've been a mentor the past couple of years, and mentoring is a very necessary part of bringing a new board member on the committees and to the board, because they're in a whole new world. Many of them have served on local boards, but never on a state board where they've probably handled as many dollars and as many activities as what you'll have on your board. It's important to reach out and make that first call so that they have a person that they can talk to if they have questions. And a lot of times I'll take the time to explain to them what some of the expectations are of a new board member, give them a little bit of information on what they'll need as far as filling out expense reports so they have that information when they get ready to file, mileage and meals and anything else that's covered under their expenses. It's important to make a contact also with the spouse. A lot of times the spouse will come along to the board meeting with the director, and so it's important to include them and make them feel at ease. Include them in shopping trips or the tours or whatever the spouses might decide to do. It makes it a lot easier on the director to leave home if the spouse comes along and has a good time and feels included. I take time and explain to them what's expected as far as how to prepare for the board meeting. It's important that they start early so that if they have questions, they have time to get those answered. And if you have a lot of big proposals, it's best to do it early so that you have time to digest and rethink over the proposals and that, so when you get into board discussion, you're fully prepared. Before the board meeting starts, take a little time and introduce them to the other directors. That way they're more at ease when the meeting starts. It's a lot easier to engage if you feel that you know some people and it's not quite as intimidating. Mentoring during the meeting, I encourage the new director to write down his questions and then talk about them at breaks or over meals so that you're not carrying on a side conversation which takes away from the board meeting itself. And then I encourage you to think back when you first came on the board and you were that new person there, and it gives you some insight as to what you may be able to do to help out the new board member and some of the struggles that you had or some of the questions that you didn't get answered right away. So use that to help bring people on quicker. And also you can introduce them to key staff that would be in charge of the different programs, and that way they have a second person to reach out to answer questions on things going on at the board level. Sometimes they'll feel more comfortable reaching out to a paid staff than they will a director that they don't have real knowledge of. Sometimes they've met these people at meetings and that kind of stuff, so they may have a relationship there, so that will help bridge that gap between the mentor and the key staff. And as you know, there's no book on how to do this, so just take time and enjoy it and try and impart some of the wisdom that you've gained over your years on the board. Normally the mentor is someone who has had some time on the board, so it makes it easy to pass that wisdom on and help that new director along so that he doesn't have quite as steep a learning curve as we were faced with. So just take this opportunity and make the best of it.